Hey guys, welcome to Lash Talk, and today I'm going to be doing a small Q&A where I'm going to be talking about what is web development, the different things you can do as a web developer, and also I'm going to be sharing you guys how I became a web developer. So I really hope you guys get to enjoy this video. But what is web development, right? Web development involves a lot of things, but it basically just consists of building a website from scratch all the way to publishing it to the internet. Now, a question I get asked quite often is what kind of web developer am I? So before I get into what kind of web developer I am, I want to share with you guys the different things you can do as a web developer. Number one, web design, right? Okay, so a web designer usually just deals with like the concept of a web page. So they're usually very proficient in things like Photoshop and GIMP. So like I said, the concept of a web page. They can create a web page, but just on picture format. So you can't really interact with it. Like I said, it's just a concept. Now, we have front-end developers. A front-end developer is usually in charge with the user interface of a web page. So everything a person interacts with within a web page, that's what a front-end developer deals with. Or what other people like to call, too, the client side of a web page. Front-end developers are usually very proficient in things like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, and other UI or UX frameworks. We also have backend development. Now, backend developers are usually working a lot with the data of a web page and the server side of a web page. So everything you don't see on the client side of a website, that's usually what a backend developer works with. Backend developers are usually very proficient in things like PHP, MySQL, Ruby, Python, and other languages like that. Now, a full-stack developer is basically someone who has knowledge in every concept of building a web page. So they know everything a front-end developer can do and everything a back-end developer can do. They can easily just take a concept and make it into a finished project. Now, what kind of web developer am I, right? Okay, so I am a front-end web developer. I do everything from building websites all the way from scratch to publishing into the internet, but I don't work with the backend side. So I don't work with things like PHP or Python, though I'm actually learning how to use them. That's not the work I've done, at least until now. I've also designed web pages on Photoshop, and I've used Photoshop too to design logos and branding for other clients. I am a freelance front-end developer, so a lot of my clients are like newcomer businesses, and they usually don't have logos or branding for their products. So I kind of like give them a package like, hey, I can create a logo for you, the branding for whatever product you want to bring to the public, and create your web presence at the same time. Okay, so how did I become a web developer? I took the self-taught road. So everything from online resources to YouTube videos to books. I really recommend these books. They have helped me out a lot, and right now I use them to like reference whenever I'm building a website, but they're great books. I totally recommend them. I'm gonna put the link to these books on the description below so you can find out where to get them. Like I was saying, I've exported every single resource that's available for me and for free. So everything from YouTube videos to online courses. I've taken online courses on Free Code Camp, Codecademy, and I bought a UDEMY course as well. That UDEMY course was actually very, very helpful because I finished with more than 7 projects they were completed projects that I could put into my portfolio. So after I finished that UDEMY course, I already had a portfolio set up for my freelance business. So it was great. Now, I have been a web developer for 5 months. I started my journey back in January, and it only took me 1 month to acquire all the skills I needed to start building websites from scratch. As soon as I knew I could build a website from scratch, I started putting my word out there. I had my portfolio ready, I made like some business cards, and I just started telling people that I can make a web page and logos too. Now, I became a web developer in as little as 1 month because I had so much free time in my hands. You see, I had planned to start college back in February, and I actually just started last week. So I decided to put all my free time into learning. So that first month when I was learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, a little bit of PHP, WordPress, Bootstrap, all those technologies, I was putting them into work every single day. I was making websites from scratch every single day in just different projects that better me into the web developer I am today. Now, I want to talk about like some misconceptions I hear a lot and just a lot of things that I personally thought before getting into web development. Do you need to know math to build a website? No, you absolutely don't need to know math at all to build a website from scratch. Just to learn the basic languages like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you really don't need to use numbers at all, like at all. Do you need a degree to be a web developer. You absolutely do not need a degree to become a web developer. Like I said before, there are tons and tons of resources out there that you and I can use for our advantage and become a very proficient web developer right now. Everything from YouTube videos. There's a bunch of people out there that just want to teach you how to code because we need more people to code. Like I said, books, free online courses, and I also paid for that Udemy course I said, but honestly it was just like $11. And you have to remember that when you're setting yourself for success and you want to acquire some skills that people pay thousands for, you have to invest a little bit, so it's just fine. $11 compared to all the money I've made as a freelancer is nothing. Some of the things I really enjoy about freelancing is I am my own boss. I can work from anywhere, and the fact that I am part of a community of creators and innovators really pushes me to keep going forward. That's the best I can do. Like, bottom side, the first 2 lines, and then one, just the corners, and then the top side. So yeah. Okay, this is for all the women in tech out there, or just women who are watching this video. We need you in tech. It doesn't even have to be web development. We just need more women in this industry. If you're feeling stuck, put in some research. Try and find out what in the tech industry is good for you. Trust me, there are so many things you can do in the tech industry. Web development is just the part that I do and just decided to train myself to do right now. But I want to do so much more in the future. Just remember, do your research, and trust me, being a web developer is one of the best things you can do right now. Tech jobs are on high demand. They have been for a while. More than 500,000 jobs are going to be vacant in the tech industry. Why? Because people are not getting prepared for these tech jobs. Things that you can learn on your own. A lot of these tech company jobs can offer you up to 6 figures. So just think about it. The money's good. You can learn for free. No college debt. And you're going to have some skills that people pay thousands for. So I don't know, kind of like the perfect job. Okay, I really hope you guys got to enjoy that video, just hearing me talk about the different things you can do as a web developer, what web development actually is, and how I became a web developer. I really exhort everyone to look into web development if you don't know what I'm talking about, because I assure you there's going to be something in the tech industry that you're going to be into. And we need more people in tech, just general, not just women, which we need more women in tech. We just need more people in tech in general. So motivate yourself to do something that's really, really cool and pays a lot. Thank you for watching the video. Remember to leave a comment with your feedback, and check the description for some links on everything I talked about, and also links to my social media. Again, thank you for watching the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and that's it for Lash Talks.